Yo,
word up.
What's going on, man?
Welcome to the Chiznap.
Welcome to the Chiznapalapa.
The Chizlapolis.
Welcome to the Chislapa. Yeah, so
Yo, I'm gonna start with the social media shit.
Do it.
No
You
more
start.
long talking. We ain't doing that anymore.
We got to get right into this tonight.
Follow me on Instagram. The Ignorance is Free with a Z, and on Twitter at I'm Chris Green.
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Mike Devine Music with a K. So I just want to get things started, man.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck, I'm so pissed that I'm a fan of this show. I don't know if you have a way that you want to start it off, but I just want to say rest in peace to Roseanne.
Why are you mad?
Because I actually liked the show.
You like Roseanne?
When it was on. Like, oh, come on. I guarantee you there's a lot of listeners out there that would agree that Roseanne was funny as shit when it was on TV.
Dude, Roseanne's a fucking racist.
She's a racist. But Trump's a racist and he's the president of the United States.
Yeah, but I also don't like Trump's presidency.
No,
and I don't like that motherfucker.
Neither do I. But at the same time, when Roseanne was on TV, even back in the day, like we're talking way back in the day, when she was syndicated on whatever channel it was or station, people fucked with Roseanne of all different shades. Like we didn't really, I don't really think people knew of her racist antics when she was coming up back in the day because we didn't have access to the internet. So they were showing all this stuff about when she dressed up as, she was mocking and dressing up as Hitler, baking the Jewish
She dressed
cookies.
up as, don't glaze over that.
No, I'm not going to glaze. Please go in on that one.
Like,
because
I get it. You know, the thing is, the reality is like as a comedian, I feel like as a comedian, you do have the comedic license to pretty much say whatever you want.
And stretch the bar.
I mean, you're a comedian. And a lot of people actually look to comedians for political commentary. And the reason for that is because when you look to politicians or even just people who strictly report on the news, like an MSNBC, CNN, or Fox News, like a lot of these news outlets, they have an agenda. They're right-winged or they're left-winged, right? Exactly. And like whenever they speak on politics, like they're speaking from one side only. And the truth is often curved. You understand what I'm saying? Always.
Always
so
with wings.
Yeah. So like,
he just.
but comedians, they don't have to watch anything they say.
No, they push the envelope as far as they can.
Yeah, like Jon Stewart, the Kohlberg Report. Like a lot of people watch these shows because these are comedians, but they report on politics and they just say what it is. So, anyways, I get that Roseanne, you know, she does things to irritate people and to push the bar and everything like that. But no pun, Roseanne Barr. But but that's fucked up, bro.
It is
she
fucked
dressed up as Hitler with Jew cookies coming out of the fucking oven.
There's something wrong with that.
I don't want to because I'm not going to do it justice because I'm not Jewish. So I don't want to speak on how offensive that must be to a Jewish person. All I can say is if you know anything about the Holocaust, you would understand how fucked up that actually is.
Very fucked up. And another thing about even with the Roseanne show, when they rebooted it and they brought her back. Yeah. First of all, I was surprised that they brought Roseanne back of all sitcoms. Yeah. Like, why not Friends or something like that? But anyways, that's besides the point. On the new show, for whoever out there in TV land and YouTube land have watched this, there's a black kid on the show, like a little black girl. I'm not sure if you've seen this. And I don't understand. I was talking to the wife about it today when we were discussing this whole Roseanne situation. And I'm trying to understand why they implemented that into the show. Why the black little girl who's been adopted? Where did she come from? Why did they bring her into this new reboot of the show? Like just sprinkled her in there.
I mean, I guess
kind of weird.
To me, I think it's just a way of saying, look, I'm like, our show isn't a bunch of racist people. Like it just going back to comedy, pushing the bar, pushing the envelope. We're just saying things to, you know, to get you talking the next day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I mean, if they were truly racist, and I want to be careful here because I'm not saying, I don't really know Roseanne, so I can't actually call her a racist. I know I've been on this show and I've said other people are racist and things like that, but like
you don't know Roseanne's history and where she comes from.
No, I mean I know Roseanne has done fucked up things.
Okay,
but like,
yeah.
I mean, like I think on this show I've said Donald Trump is a racist, but only because he had, and I don't know Trump, but he has a history, a very long history of exhibiting racist tendencies.
Of course.
Whereas Roseanne, her history's like, yeah, she said and done fucked up things. She's even offended like black people. She called us apes and shit, right? And
well, that's what she said about Obama's former.
Exactly. Yeah.
Said it was a ape, and what did she say again?
It was a Muslim.
Muslim, and somebody had a child, and blah blah blah. Like, just putting her foot in her mouth constantly.
But not to stray away from the black child on the show.
Yeah.
I think that child was there, and again, I'm not saying that Roseanne is not a racist. I'm not saying she is. What I am saying, to be very clear, is she says a lot of very racist things.
Yes.
And she could just be, like I said, a comedian pushing the envelope. However, with the black child being there, I think that's really all it was. It was just like, hey, I'm not a racist person.
Right.
Clearly, if I was, I would not have a fucking black kid on the show. And she even tweeted out where, because a lot of her followers, a lot of her supporters were basically, tweeting things like, how is it possible this person still has a job? And, they're basically like saying, what about, this person has, how is it that you're letting Roseanne go?
Yeah.
And Roseanne finally tweeted, and she was doing a lot of retweeting of these people, by the way.
Okay.
But then finally Roseanne, she tweeted, and don't quote me here, but like the general energy of the tweet was, look, thank you guys for, supporting me. She's talking to her fans.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's okay. Don't worry. Losing this show, the Roseanne show, is to the energy of losing this show is not as hurtful as people now calling me a racist over one tweet. So basically, Roseanne, like I said, she's in her mind, and I don't know her, but in her mind, she's saying she's not a racist again, and she's a comedian,
right? But at the same time, like what you were just saying about losing the show isn't as bad as people calling me a racist.
Yes.
What about your co-stars? What about the people that are on your show?
Well,
the people
that's the
that you've been working with since they were little kids. Like, think about those people and the way their lives are now going to be affected.
Dude, what about you bring up a good point, but I mean, those people have been on the show. I don't know how caked up they are. They're probably not caked up as Roseanne. But,
no.
But they got bread. What about the new people on the show?
Right.
All the writers that now
the producers, the directors, everybody.
They now are out of work because of her. And
so just a simple tweet has fucked up everybody else's lives.
I was watching CNN, and to your point, is it NBC or is it ABC?
It wasn't NBC.
Anyways,
I believe it was NBC.
The point is they knew who they were getting when they brought Roseanne on. They knew she was a shit disturber. Yeah. She talked that shit. Like, they were aware of that. But they just, I guess they didn't realize, you know what I mean?
The intensity of it.
And also how far so here's the thing. So I like the way that the network responded, and I do like the fact that it was a black woman. I think they purposely did that kind of shut the show down.
Yeah.
But here's the fucked up part. Roseanne that show is a huge moneymaker.
Oh,
you've
massive.
Seen like on the when the show first came out, Trump was like bigging it up, bro. She's speaking for us. Yeah. So that's why a lot of people didn't think it was going to go down like this. I'm not getting, this is my cash cow. I'm not getting rid of this. Right. Now, I like that they did it because they're sending a message. You understand what I'm saying? They're sending a message to that industry saying, look, we're not going to fucking tolerate this shit. If you tweet some racist shit, you say something racist or whatever it is, I don't care if it's in your personal life. Fuck you. You're out of here. I love that.
Yeah.
But here's what's crazy now. Okay, so Devine, I'm NBC.
Yes.
And we'll just call you Fox.
Okay.
And Roseanne is right here.
Right.
Me and you are bidding for Roseanne's show. I won.
Yes.
She's on NBC.
Yes.
I just said, fuck you, Roseanne. You're a racist cunt. Are you going to take that show?
Absolutely not. I'm Fox. I'm not taking the chance.
So
Fox, me being Fox, I know what I own. And everybody out there knows what Fox owns and what they're a part of. Yeah. They don't want any part of that controversy.
Well, Fox News, they're extremely right-wing. They're pro-Trump, Fox News. And I'm just using Fox as an example. Really what I was trying to say is it's going to be, I like what they've done because they've sent a message saying they're not going to tolerate. But what if, and I do think it's possible, I mean, after all, it's fucking America. What if another network picks it up?
Well, it would be a sad moment in TV history if they did, because they wouldn't be sending a clear message at that point. Because Roseanne would just get a little pat on the back and say, okay, go on your merry way. And I don't know of any station that would be naive enough to do something like that. Yeah. They'd have to be idiots to bring it back, knowing what is stirring up in the media right now.
Well, this is what I'm saying. And also, sorry, go ahead.
No, but even Tim Allen's show, Last Man Standing. Yeah. They pulled that syndicated off because he's a Trump supporter as well. And if you've ever watched that sitcom called Last Man Standing, it also pushes the bar hardcore political in every single episode.
Really?
In every single episode, because everybody knows Tim Allen for that one show.
What was his laugh again? Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
What was his laugh again? Do you remember?
Oh, God.
He had some fucked up laugh. Yeah, anyways, go ahead.
So I'm going to have to Google that laugh. But Tim Allen is another one of those comedians who is also on the supporting side of Trump.
You know that nigga's an ex-cokehead, right? Not saying
Tim
nothing's
Allen?
wrong with doing blow. I don't do blow, but I'm saying he's an ex-cokehead.
Oh, really?
The nigga was arrested high as fuck.
Tim Allen?
And you know how he got out of jail?
How?
He snitched. That motherfucker snitched. Google Tim Allen arrest, man. You will see he fucking snitched. I'm not saying
he's not from Harlem.
Snitch.
He's definitely not from Harlem.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't abide by that lifestyle, then whatever. Yeah. But the nigga got jammed up on a fucking cocaine charge.
See that?
And he fucking snitched.
He's definitely not from Harlem. But if you watch this show, I want everybody out there that's watching right now, and you, please, just watch the show. Let me know what you think of it. Tim Allen, Last Man Standing. It comes on really late at night after 2.5 Men on Fox. Yeah. This show pushes every barrier possible when it comes to politics with Trump. He blasts Obama through the show. But the thing is, though, he subtly merges it into conversation. So he'll say something like, well, babe, we can't go out tonight to that restaurant because Obama supports that and Michelle goes with him there. But the crowd will laugh, and he'll subtly poke little innuendos about Trump and his Confederate. He'll say it without people really realizing that he said it, and then he'll say something smart like, oh, Trump would never do something like that. That's something that Obama would have done.
Wow.
And the crowd will laugh. And it's supposed to be an endearing moment because...
Nigga, I used to fuck with Home Improvement. Right? I used to fuck with Tim Allen.
This will sway the way you look at that movie when he played Santa Claus, just saying. Because we all know the movie he won. Yeah. That will sway your way. And the fucked up thing is, I can't stop watching the show because I want to see how far he's going to take it. But you got to keep in mind, these are old episodes because he's not syndicated anymore.
So what, they pulled it?
Yeah, they pulled it. But they still play 2.5 Men. And they still play shows that they don't play on regular rotation anymore. Yeah. This is a show, if you're up late at night and you have nothing to do, it comes on before the paid programming.
Feel like watching some racist shit.
Yeah, if you want to watch some racist shit before the paid programming for the Dyson Slice, you can watch Last Man Standing.
Okay, now hold on. I don't, and I want to stay on that for a second, then we can get off it. But I mean... Again, Tim Allen is a comedian.
He's a comedian, but doesn't it piss you off to the fact that all of these comedians that we grew up watching are on the other side of the fence?
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that shit. When we grew up, we didn't really fucking care about politics,
Not in the slightest
All
bit.
we cared about was Tim was, fucking shit up, and he liked cars.
And Pamela Anderson was on the show.
Yeah, that's all we cared about.
That's all we cared about.
I mean, of course it's disappointing to know that now.
Right, and to bring it to light at such an age where we're well aware of what's going on in every sense of the media and politics, it really dims the light on their credibility in Hollywood because you want to believe that they could be better than who they are. And then they smack you in the face with all of these comments that they're making about Trump and Obama.
Now, hold on. I'm going to play devil's advocate here for a second.
Yes.
And to be clear, I fucking hate Trump.
Okay, so do I.
Okay.
So do I.
Now, why they're just using their platform, talking Roseanne, talking Tim Allen, and whatever other fucking right-wing, racist motherfucker out there who has a big platform. They're using their platform to just speak their truth.
Very true.
Now, is there anything wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, this is a form of entertainment where you're broadcasting this to more than one person who might think like you.
Yeah.
So are they not concerned about their audience, their core audience, who might say, "Wow, Tim Allen has a new show. Maybe I want to tune in." But I am an Obama supporter because you think about the amount of people who actually did vote for Obama in the United States. Not a lot of them will actually watch this show with an open mind and think, wow, this is actually hilarious that he's poking fun at Obama's administration in office.
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, how do you take that lightly?
Well, the thing about it is, and this is why a lot of people do actually like that Trump is in office. And the reason why they say that is because Trump being in office and him being a bigot, openly racist, you know, everybody takes their orders from the top. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. You take your orders from, and if it's not actual orders, you kind of move like the top move. You say, okay, if the fucking president can get away with this, I can get away with it.
Right.
So the point that I'm trying to make is, since Trump is openly racist, everybody is basically like, you know what? I've never really liked Muslims. I'm comfortable. I can say it now. I've never really liked black people. I can say it now. Right. I don't like people speaking Spanish around me. I can say it now because Trump says it. So a lot of people like the fact that Trump is in office, not because he's doing a great job.
No, just because they've allowed them to have a voice now.
But exactly. But also it's like now you get to see where everybody really is.
And you see the angle that they're coming from without them coating it with a little bit of sugar.
Yeah, so that motherfucker who's in the office, Todd, or like fucking Jermaine or whoever, black people too, you know what I mean? Who's always smiling up in your face, but you're always like, yo, there's something about, I wonder if this nigga, now they're just open.
They're really open.
So the thing is like, even with what you were saying about like a Tim Allen losing his audience, because like, you know, me and you, we fucked with him, but now I'm not watching that shit because of the shit he said. But I'm sure his show was successful. Roseanne Barr, Roseanne Barr, that reboot, again, huge.
People were excited for that.
So what does that tell you? Going back to my point about everybody being comfortable to be openly racist. Roseanne Barr, I'm not calling her a racist, but I'm just saying with the shit she says on her show and the fucking the premiere and the numbers that it did, what does that tell you about America?
That they're still with the shit. Like, they will be sucked into anything.
That tells me, I'm saying that tells me that, like, what was it, like 18 million people watched that show?
18 million.
Now, leading up to that premiere, Roseanne was saying some fuck shit, some racist shit, and people still got down with it. So if like, put it this way, I didn't watch the premiere because I don't fuck with Roseanne,
right?
And I don't fuck with, not because she's not funny, but because of the shits he says.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, if you know, or if you were aware of all the fuckery she was saying, all the racist shit she was saying, and you still watched it, that means you're okay and you're co-signing that racist shit. So that tells me that there's a lot of racist motherfuckers in America.
That's right, Roseanne. You played yourself.
Well, she got to it. Well, Roseanne did a service. She let us know these people's true colors.
But now, did she do herself a disservice by doing that? And now, where's her career gonna lie? Is she gonna rely on the racist idiots who follow her?
Yes, there's lots of them.
But there's not. But okay,
18 million.
So what is she gonna do? What is she gonna do? Is she gonna put up her show on like a private blog or something, or is she gonna create her own channel? Like, where does Roseanne? Okay, realistically, where does Roseanne's career go from here?
Probably on the road.
But okay,
if she doesn't get picked
who's
up
supporting
again,
her?
Dude,
who's supporting her?
If she does not, if her show doesn't get picked up again, and to be clear, I honestly think America is fucked up enough because they're all about the bag.
Yeah,
they're all about the bag. So some network, a major network, is gonna see that an opportunity to grab that cash cow, and they're gonna fucking take it. I guarantee.
Okay, let's give it a month for this to blow over. Let's give it a month to blow over. Let all the shit kind of get itself ironed out with the whole Roseanne situation. We'll revisit this situation in a month from now and see what happens.
And to just quickly
answer, I'm hoping as a TV watcher that I am mediocre, that Roseanne does not get picked back up.
She will.
No matter how much I actually dug the show. And it's embarrassing to even admit the fact that Roseanne
funny.
She's funny, but at the same time, it puts a sour taste in your mouth when you grew up watching something in your household, just like the whole Cosby situation and things you don't want to believe, you know? It really plays with your mind because you don't want to believe the shit that you're seeing or hearing about somebody that you might have looked at as a mentor or an an icon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's almost like somebody coming up to you and say, did you know that Prince used to rape pigs? Like, you don't want to hear that shit.
Rape pigs, nigga?
I don't fucking know.
But I get it. I get
you
what
know what I'm saying, though? Like, you like bacon. So I'm saying, like, you don't want to.
Prince used to rape my breakfast. I get it.
But just think, if you heard some fucked up shit like that and you one day were sitting at home listening to Purple Rain and all of a sudden you hear, CNN. Special news broadcast. Prince raped pigs growing up as a kid. Like, you don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
so
no,
anything that taints your image of your favorite star will irk you. Like when Chris Brown beat up Rihanna, it ruffled feathers. It made people feel a certain way about Chris.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to believe that cute little Chris could beat up a girl because he could sing so well.
Nigga, he fucked her up.
But he fucked her up, right? And people didn't want to believe when Michael Jackson was at his height of his career, people were fucking with him saying that he did things to kids. And
so,
you know what I mean?
Okay,
so we don't want to believe these things.
Now, you bring that up, and I know we were going to move on, but you bring that up, and I just want to speak to that. And I also want to throw Jon Stewart in the mix. You know Jon Stewart?
Yeah, I know
Jon Stewart said nigga.
Yes, he did.
And he didn't even say it in the proper context.
No, he didn't.
He didn't say it like my nigga. He did not say it in the So like, and Jon Stewart is a comedian.
He is.
And we let it rock.
But are we justifying that N word, the nigga word, being used because it's all over? It's everywhere. Do we? Okay, and that's the stigma with that word. Like that word nigga, especially being used in the hip hop and rap community, even in R&B, crazy amount of times now that you hear it in R&B music now.
Yeah. If
you're in your car and you're driving by and you see 4 white people in their car and they're listening to like a T-Pain song or The Weeknd, it's like, and now I want to sing with my niggas, and they're singing with that song, are you going to stop your car and say, hey, you white guys, don't say that?
Of course not.
But the thing is, though, we've made it a word so endearing now. We've made it so cool. It's almost like saying, yo, that song's funky. You don't have to justify saying, yo, that song's funky. But if you say,
now
yo,
hold
that's
on for a second.
Or say,
I don't want to lose this, but funky?
I don't know, man. I'm old. But like if I say, you're my bro, what's so different now than a white guy going up to another white guy saying, yo, that's my nigga right there? Or me saying, yo, that's my bro. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. But what we have done now is that we've made that word so mainstream that we get so offended, and myself included, because I don't want anybody else using that word, because that is a term of endearment that we hold dear to us. So let me get that clear first of all. That word is not for y'all. That's our word.
Right.
We own that shit. Okay? But at the same time, we are the guilty ones here because we've made it cool for other nationalities to now adopt that word. I hear Asian people like, yo, that's my nigga. Like,
so hold on for a second.
Filipino saying,
okay, so hold on. To take it back to Jon Stewart and Roseanne. Roseanne never said nigga.
No.
But when referring to black people, the derogatory term she used, she went super old school with it. She called us apes. So hold up for a second. Jon Stewart said nigga. He got a pass. Roseanne said apes. She got fired. So which word is more offensive?
The nigga.
But Jon Stewart said nigga, and he got the pass.
He has somebody in his back pocket then, man.
I just think that it goes back to my point that I was making before on another episode we did, that some white people in the right company could say nigga.
But is it okay for him saying that?
Well, obviously, Jon Stewart has a fucking pass. He has a pass around.
But do we give them that pass? Do we allow them that
people,
pass?
We niggas, us, we are the ones who give certain white people that pass.
If Justin Timberlake said nigga, are you giving him the pass?
Justin Timberlake?
Yeah. Eminem, are you giving
Eminem has said nigga, and we've given him the pass.
Giving? But that's not the question. Nah.
Eminem,
are you giving Eminem on a record? Imagine a record.
On a record, no.
With Royce to 5'9".
No, the answer is no. Okay. Eminem cannot use the word nigger in a song.
Okay.
No white artist could use the word nigger in a song. They already appropriate the culture.
Right.
So you cannot use the word nigger in a song. Now, off record, on some one-on-one shit, not in an interview where the whole world could see it. Yeah. That's where Jon Stewart fucked up. But on
he did fuck up.
Yeah, but on some off-camera shit, if M goes to Royce and they're one-on-one and he's like, yo, my nigga, I'm pretty sure that conversation happens. Because
you really think that M would cross that line?
It's not a line that's being crossed. The line that he would be crossing is if he did it in a public domain. He's on MTV. He's accepting an award. This goes out to all my niggas. He says it on a record.
But do you really think that M sits like this, like I'm M and you're Royce, and we're having a conversation about the song, like, yo, my nigga, like, listen, man. Like, I can't see
I
M.
don't think...
I would hope that M wouldn't bring it to
hold
that.
up. I don't think that he sits down and has that conversation with Royce and he just throws it around casually. But what I'm trying to say is that I bet you Eminem and Royce the 5'9" have a relationship where if M was that type of white dude, he would get the pass.
Okay.
But again,
yeah.
You know what, internet man, listen. What are your thoughts? Because my main thing is the Jon Stewart saying nigga, he's still kicking, and Roseanne, with all the other racist shit she's saying, she got fired, right? So I want to know your thoughts. Okay, now
Jon Stewart should have lost a job.
I want to take a quick break.
We're back. Yeah.
Okay, so
yes.
Listen,
talk to me in Spanish.
I know that you were busy.
Yeah.
So
I had some time. I
hold up.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the Pusha T album?
Daytona.
Now, I want to be clear.
Yeah.
If you guys remember me on the show saying I ain't fucking with Kanye West, I have not listened to the Daytona album.
Fuck.
I've put my shit up on my Kanye West band and blah, 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 all this shit.
Yeah.
And people are DMing me and they're like, what's wrong with you? And blah, blah. The album's amazing. Yep. And I'm sure it is, but I cannot fuck with anything Kanye West has put his hands on post TMZ without him giving an apology sincerely. And I need to believe it. I need to believe it. Yeah. And I know that sounds crazy like, Chris, who the fuck is you? But it's my money.
True.
So if I'm going to give him my money, I need to believe that apology. Until then, I don't want to hear it. I know the Daytona album is amazing.
Yeah,
Nas
buddy.
even called it a classic, and a lot of people are hailing it as a classic.
I'm not going that far.
But I refuse to. Now, I know you want to get into the album, but let's just talk about what's happening right now.
Yeah, please.
I never heard Infrared because it's on Daytona, so I haven't heard it. But what I do know is that the same day, Drake put out the Duppy freestyle.
Yeah, buddy.
And completely annihilated him.
Yeah, Duppy.
Honestly, incredible. I was really surprised. Like, I know Drake could rap, man. I know he could rap.
We all know Drake can
But when
rap,
I heard that, honestly, what went through my mind was just like, why do they get this nigga started, man? Like, why do you try to fuck with Drake? Dude, it was within the first 24 hours. And he went ham.
He did
on Kanye. And he went off
on T.
Like,
he was bringing up some shit about Pusha that I was like, what the fuck is this guy going in? He was going in.
I really liked.
What did he say something about you ain't got no malice in you? Like he was
got no malice in your heart.
You got no malice in your heart.
I honestly think Kanye caught it worse though.
You think? Yeah, he bodied.
I honestly think Ye got it worse though. I like the line where he goes to Push. He's like something like, you older than the nigga you running behind.
Yeah.
This nigga's cold, man.
Yeah, but come on. T did come at him, man. And now, talk about your hair. Something about your hair.
Are you talking about
your hair don't grow nappy or something? Or
okay. So now we're talking about Pusha T's response, which took a couple of days.
Yeah, it did take.
Yo, hold on for a second. Before we get into the response.
Yeah.
I really think, as hip hop consumers, we're fucking... We got some nerve. We feel like if somebody disses you, you need to respond like that.
You don't.
You fucking don't.
No, you really don't.
And people were on Push. They were like, yo, he needs to respond in 24 hours.
Okay, first of all, how many battles in the 80s and 90s were the next day? They still had to go to a studio and record that shit.
What I'm saying.
Like they weren't going on the internet and blasting niggas.
Yeah, but
but
okay, no, you can't use that as the. I mean, you can, but I mean, look, Nick, there's a studio right here. I could write a diss record right now.
That's
Come on,
true.
It's different.
Let's do it.
It's different. It's different now. But I mean, like, okay, so you don't think you need to respond immediately?
No, it doesn't have to be immediate. Let that shit, let it simmer for a second and then come in with your best shit.
But do you think when, as a huge, successful artist, commercial artist, and you rap, if somebody on your level, skill-wise, and some level in terms of, popularity, fine, comes at you, do you think you have to respond? I guess the point that what I'm trying to say is with what Push, not to go all into the history, but with what Push did on Infrared, do you think it was necessary for Drake to respond?
Yes, because Drake doesn't really have anything to write on right now, so he needs to keep that heat going.
He's got an album coming out.
Yeah, and he needs to light that flame to say, oh shit, Drake's still fucking with it. Because, and the thing that I liked about Drake coming out the way he did is I don't get to hear Drake rap like that as much as I would like to.
Exactly.
So the last time I really heard Drake rap like that and me sit back and say, fuck, was the 5 a.m. in Toronto.
Oh, that's one of his classics.
For me, when I hear that, that's the way I like to hear Drake rap. Yeah. The way I heard him on this is the way I like to hear Drake's voice. Like, that's the Drake. If he did a whole fucking album like that,
you ain't never getting that shit.
I know, but imagine.
That's what I'm saying.
Even a mixtape, man. Even a mixtape Drake, like, put out a mixtape, I would be buying it.
Absolutely.
I've only bought one Drake album, and that was his first one.
The major release, right?
Yeah, with
Thank Me Later.
Fireworks.
Yeah. I bought that too.
And the album was good.
Yeah.
The album was good.
I really bought it just because, and I don't want to stray away from this. No. But I really bought it just to support the nigga. But, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to support the album, but I think Drake made a really good choice at responding right away.
Okay, so
and
now,
just coming right out of the woodworks.
Okay, we know that Push didn't have to respond right away. Fuck what the internet say. You guys don't know shit. What do you think of the response? What was it? The life of what was this? The
life of Adenin
or some shit like that.
With the black face.
I'm gonna find it. Yeah. What do you think of his response?
You know what? I actually listened to Push's freestyle. What was it, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes long, 3:14 or something?
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Pusha T.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit biased because even when he came up with that one that you work for one nigga who signed to another nigga, that's like, you know what I mean? So even from that time, Pusha was fucking with Wayne and all them and saying, yo, you guys are signed to this nigga who signed to this nigga, talking about Birdman. Like, I like Pusha and I like the way he attacks the rhymes. And he says a lot of things discreetly without you having to really dig through and say, what did he say? Because you know who he's talking about.
Yeah.
Like, we all know who he's talking about. But he says it in a way where it's comedic, but he's also has that serious undertone. Because Push's flow is dope. His wordplay is awesome. The way he talks about...
The life of Adenin, by the way.
Yeah, the life of Adenin. The way that he talks about Drake never having acceptance because of the color of his skin and being light skinned, and talking about his hair texture not growing out right, like you never grew an afro. Like, just, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Every punch and every kick was exactly where it needed to be in that track. And I think, to me, if I had to take a winner on that in a trophy, I'm not going to be biased, but I'm going to go with Pusha. Just because I like Pusha's voice and I like the way he just goes in. Like, he just goes at it.
Now, I want to speak to some of the highlights on that record, then I'll tell you who I think won.
Okay.
That's a dope line with the can't grow afro properly. But, dude, you're missing over, like, the biggest ones and the ones that has the internet going crazy right now. Apparently, Drake is a fucking deadbeat dad.
Yeah, I saw that about, what was it about the stripper girl?
Yeah, he got a porn star pregnant.
Yeah.
Allegedly. And, he called him, he's like, he calls Drake, oh, you're playing Border Patrol. So that. He went at his mom and saying that, like, his mom couldn't fucking, basically, like,
left him at 5.
Yeah, so, like, now because of that, you have, like, issues with women. He really went ham, but more to the point, the fucking baby mom shit, man.
Yeah. He really
he really went off on that. Now, I don't want to leave that, but I do want to say who I think won. I think Drake won. Just song-wise, because I listened to both of them many times back to back, and I still think Drake won on that. But now going back into that Push shit, dude, that's pretty fucked up, man. He outed the fact that he had a son. Also, let's not forget the fucking artwork For the song. Drake is in blackface.
But supposedly that was a project that he was doing.
When he was a kid.
When he was a kid. Because, this is his way of expressing himself that he was never accepted as being
I know,
black.
but
that is not pushing it. Isn't that like
but the
pushing
thing
the
is,
levels, man?
but the thing is, and this is why Charlemagne says it all the time, you gotta own your fucking truths, man.
That's right.
If you know that is out there, bring it up. Don't let somebody use it against you.
Ebro said it too. He's like, man, like he's even said like he understand like he fucks with Drake or whatever, but man, people would have a better understanding as to where that picture came from if you would have let people know those insecurities back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'm not going to bring something up now that might hurt my credibility if I've never spoken about it before. Like, I'm not going to fucking bring up, I don't even know. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand what you're saying.
Like that picture or that artwork or whatever it was, piece of art they want to claim it is.
Yeah.
That's not something you want to come out in 2018, especially right now.
Not at all.
No, and for the people out there watching right now, if you don't know what blackface is or the Chitlin circuit or anything like that, and the people like Judy Garland who used to do blackface in these shows that she used to do, blackface is very, very bad. That's all. It's
really offensive.
It's very offensive. It's it's just downright wrong and very irritating to see.
And a lot of people they were talking about on Ebro in the Morning too, and even before I seen it, I was thinking, I'm like, let's not forget Drake. He's an actor. Not saying anything's wrong with this, okay? And I'm not putting the two of them on the same wavelength or anything, but Jamie Foxx dressed up in drag. Yes. Martin Lawrence dressed up in drag. A lot of your favorite fucking manly Eddie Murphy comedians dressed up in drag. Again, I'm not saying they're the same
Kevin
thing.
Hart.
But like I'm saying, they're actors.
Yes.
Drake is an actor. So if Drake today decides to, and I'm not saying he should, but if Drake takes a role where he has to play blackface, do we shit on him for that? And before you answer, you ever seen the movie Tropic Thunder?
With Robert Downey Jr.
Was he not wearing blackface the entire fucking movie?
Yes.
Now, Robert Downey Jr., he's an amazing actor, and he also is funny. Drake, you see him on SNL. You see him with Will Ferrell. Yes. Drake is funny. Going back to this, comedic license.
Yes.
Drake is by no means a comedian, but you get the point I'm trying to make.
He's a funny guy.
So now if Drake is taking a role, major motion picture, and it's just a 1-2, he's maybe not in blackface the entire movie, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
And he does that, do we shit on him for just doing what he does, acting? Because this blackface picture that he did when I don't know, like people are saying it's a project.
Yeah.
Some people could say, how can you hold that against him? It's super cool. It's a wicked bomb to drop on someone in 2018. A fucking major artist.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a kill shot.
It is. But what were the intentions behind this picture? Why did he do it? Was he just doing it to say, this is how I'm being viewed at this particular moment in time? Like, is this how I have to be in order to be accepted by the black community? And that's what they were stressing in the interviews. They were saying, what was the reason behind Drake doing this picture? We want to know.
Yeah.
Ebro wanted to know. Everybody wanted to know.
I want to know.
Like, motherfuckers wanted to know. Like, Drake, please explain to the people what that picture meant to you and what was the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, why
did you do it? Because you were not getting accepted by black people when you were growing up as a kid? Because you were light skinned?
Were you just making a joke?
But that's a fucked up joke, though.
Man.
Like, we all know the severity of blackface.
Yeah,
man.
But again.
Are we giving him the pass because he's mixed, though? Because he's half black?
No, I'm not saying any of that. All I'm trying to say is, if you're black or you got some melanin in your skin, and you bought a Drake record, you have a right to know why he did that picture.
Right. Because I guarantee you, if this was twisted a little bit more, and if it was Logic, because Logic is lighter than Drake, and it was like a Logic and Kendrick Lamar beef or some shit, they would have roasted
absolutely
Logic by now. And because Logic, I know, well, we all know Logic's story. If you watch Rapture, Logic is half black and he's half white. But he grew up without his dad around for the longest time. But when you look at Logic, he looks a hell of a lot more white than Drake does.
Logic can definitely get a loan a lot quicker than I can.
and the thing is, when you look at Logic, he just looks like some kind of like a geeky white dude who plays video games all day, but he can rap his ass off.
Yeah.
But if he would have done this blackface picture, would it have been a different story? Even though he's a rapper and he's half black, but looks more like a white kid,
it'd be over for him.
When you look but when you look at Drake, you can tell this nigga's mixed. Like, you know, Drake is mixed.
Yeah.
But does that give him the credibility of a half black guy doing blackface, and they're not going to scrutinize him in the media now because he's doing it and he's mixed?
Honestly, man,
and because he looks more black than another artist does?
I think that that plays a role in it. The fact that Logic, he just looks like a white guy.
Yeah.
And Drake, you can tell, is mixed. Mm-hmm. I think that plays a part in it. But I also believe that you gotta know someone's heart, and like, it's hard to say that if you don't know. Remember, these are celebrities. How the fuck do we know their heart?
We don't.
But like I said, it goes back to, like I was saying with Trump, it goes back to history. Trump has a history of saying and doing racist things. Mm-hmm. So if Trump put blackface on, and I'm just giving an example. But if Trump put blackface on and it was clear to everyone, no one could deny it, that it was meant to be a joke, I wouldn't take it as a joke because of his history.
Of course.
I'd be like, this nigga's racist.
Yes.
That shit is racist. But to my point, with Drake being in blackface, I feel like, although, like I said, it's a huge, I called it a kill shot. It's not a kill shot, but it's definitely a hard hit from Push.
It is a hard hit.
But Drake can rebound from this because Drake, he doesn't have racist tendencies.
Well, no,
it wasn't done with malice in his heart.
It wasn't a malicious thing. It wasn't like he was like, I'm gonna do this. Like, but where, and this is the thing, where the hell did that picture even come from? Where did it surface?
Well, that again is what we want to know. That is what we want to know. I feel like Drake needs to. He shouldn't put out a tweet. He shouldn't go on the gram. I don't want to hear it in a song.
No,
or maybe a song's fine, because Drake is not an interview nigga.
No.
But he needs to put it in a song, because Drake could be very detailed. So he needs to put it in a song, explain to your fans where that came from, or finally do an interview and
just break it down. Let us know.
Because we deserve the right to know, just like the Kanye shit.
Yes.
This is the letdown. We deserve the right to know, well, the apology, but we also deserve the right to know, like, we need an explanation, nigga.
No, I totally feel you, man. But at the same time, you know, a lot of celebrities just feel they have that righteous path and they don't have to do anything. They can do whatever they want and they're protected by the media. You know, they can sit around in their fancy houses and their fancy cars and just say whatever they want and push the bar and just move forward.
Yeah, and see,
because they don't owe us any explanation.
But they do.
Okay, can I ask you something? And this is going off, but did Bruce Jenner, give really any explanation as to why he did what he did?
The transition?
Like the transition?
I'm sure he
and
did.
Fucked up his whole family.
I mean, like
23 years of marriage.
I haven't read his book, and I'm sure it's in the book.
I would hope it's in the book, but it just seems as though people in Hollywood twist and pull their lives so often where we don't even know what's left foot from the right foot, because one day we'll be watching the show and everything will be this way, and then the next week you turn on the show and all of a sudden somebody's becoming a woman. Yeah. So it's like they don't hold themselves accountable for what's going on in front of their viewers' eyes. They don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what's in their videos.
Yeah.
Nobody cares what they're putting on TV. They're just filling our heads with all of these mixed messages. Like, so what's good? Is it Coke or Pepsi? Is it 7-Up or Sprite? Is it ginger ale, Schweppes, or Canada Dry?
Yeah.
Nobody holds themselves accountable for the truth. And that's what I think, where even not just in America, but in North America being a bigger picture, because they are our cousins across the border.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't feel as human beings, of screenwriters or politicians or anybody that's in advertising and media tell the truth as much as they should, because the truth is an open door to questioning why we weren't told that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you knew everything there was possible to know about your favorite artist or your favorite actor. Wikipedia is not giving you full direction.
Dude, Wikipedia is updated by
us, the general public. So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
We as people will never get that full truth. We will never get that apology from Kanye that's going to be sincere, because it's going to be scripted or it's going to be written by a PR person. It's not going to be, it's not going to be from his heart.
Hold up. Oh, sorry. While you're on that, I have to.
Why did you get a message from Kanye?
No.
Hey, Chris, this is Kanye.
But it's to your point about that scripted apology.
Okay.
Roseanne's apology. She tweets,
God.
and we know Roseanne doesn't
Please
talk
read
like
this.
I apologize to Valerie Jarrett and to all Americans. I am truly sorry for making a bad joke about her politics and her looks. I should have known better. Forgive me. My joke was in bad taste. Roseanne does not talk like that.
Roseanne,
Scripted.
thank you.
Not real.
But that's to validate that point that I was trying to make. Is when I search for information based on truth, the truth is always like this. There's two sides, and then the truth is underlining. And we'll never really know. Yeah. The only time we'll ever know is maybe when the casket is closed and somebody comes out and says, you know what? I'm going to tell you the real story because I lived with this person. So here you go. And
even then, fucking Denzel said it best.
Oh, about media?
He's like, what do you say?
He goes, BS at the end?
Yeah, and he goes, yo, if you read the newspaper, you're misinformed. If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're fucked either way.
And then he said the only thing that everybody's good at is talking a lot of BS. Yeah. And we fall victim to it because we want to believe what we're being shown, but we're only being shown maybe 20% of the realness.
And you know what's fucked up? I pride this podcast on us just being 100% authentic and just giving you our truths. Mm-hmm. But these are our opinions.
Exactly.
And our opinions are based on the same shit you're seeing.
Exactly.
So our opinions could be bullshit because we're getting the same information you're getting, which could be bullshit.
But we're just interpreting it into our way of believing in what we're seeing and hearing. Yeah. We're not saying you better believe what we're saying and everything we're saying is gospel. That's not even what I'm trying to get at.
Not at all.
What I'm saying is I have my way of things that I believe, and just as you do. And when I look at Roseanne's situation, and if she had any malicious tendencies and the things that she was saying, like her career will be slaughtered, and she'll have to work at Walmart or do something. Or
Roseanne's good.
No, she'll be good. She'll be good. Like she didn't.
No, she is just good right now.
No, she's good for right now. I mean? But then you look at what's going on, with the Drake situation and with the Pusha T situation and just hip hop in general. This is gonna help hip hop, and this is what it's always been about: battling hip hop.
No, I love it.
This is amazing to me. It's good to see. Drake isn't a favorite artist of mine, but like I like him, and then there's Pusha, who I really fuck with. So it's good to see these two energies coming together and battling it out. Because I wasn't excited about the Meek Mill battle.
Nah, I mean it was entertaining.
It was entertaining, but it wasn't like when I see
Meek
Drake
didn't come with it.
When I see Drake, who's been criticized for having a ghostwriter, and Pusha T can just hold his own every time he rocks a mic. Like you put a microphone in front of that kid's mouth and he's always on point. Yeah. Never with a phone, never going off a written. And then you go to Drake and Drake's really trying, and you'd hope that everything he's saying was coming sincerely from him. Yeah. And it wasn't from, yo, Drake, you should do this.
Nah, you got no.
Come on, man.
You gotta stop pushing that.
I'm just saying. You
gotta stop pushing. And I'll tell you, because even Drake said it. Drake's like, yo, he talked about Quentin. Mm-hmm. Is that a name?
Q.
Q. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He talked about him in the fucking Duppy freestyle. Yeah. And niggas is really acting like Q made Drake. Drake writes for other people. It was a one-time thing. It happened. Drake did him a fucking blight. People really got to stop like fucking trying to push that narrative that, because he did it once, I don't know if he did everything else again. That's bullshit.
I don't know, man.
Drake is a fucking MC from Toronto. I'm not saying that's why we should believe him, but if you know anything about Toronto MCs, we fucking care about hip hop.
Oh,
we care about music.
absolutely.
We care about writing.
Yeah.
Ever since Drake got called out for that, I truly believe never again.
I'd hope not.
I truly believe everything else that you have heard Drake on, other than that R&B shit,
Yeah.
rapping, he has penned
He's
himself.
penning it. I'm hoping he's
Because
penning it.
he cares. Like Drake at one point wanted to get into battling. He wanted to get into battling.
He was getting into that King of the Dot shit for a
Heavy.
long time. Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah,
The man cares about it. So we got to stop. It happened. Drake had a ghostwriter for a couple of records. It happened.
A lot of MCs and rap artists got help though.
Yeah, so like we need to stop pushing that narrative.
But
man.
they put
It's not
Drake
cool.
up there. They put Drake up there because they knew Drake was at the top of his game, and they just wanted to poke some. They wanted.
Yeah,
to
they want to poke holes in the fucking.
They had to.
They want
poke
to
at
find
him.
something. That's why, like
this guy can't be this good.
Yeah, and that's why, like, yo,
not
when
getting any help, man.
When Drake put out the Duppy freestyle, everybody was like, Pusha's dead. It's over.
Even
It's
Snoop was
over.
like,
yeah.
whoa.
But then days later, Pusha T comes out and he brings up the pregnant porn star Drake's hiding a kid. Yeah. He shows the fucking black face. And everybody's like, yo, Pusha finally did it. Yo, he finally killed, what is it, Goliath and what is it? You niggas know what I'm talking about. Like somebody finally fucking shook the giant. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to tell you, man, 2018, that shit may have worked back in the day. Mm-hmm. Today, not at all, man.
I don't know. I think Pusha
Drake's
still won.
I totally disagree.
No,
totally
and it's
disagree.
not because I like Pusha. I like Drake's, but to me, Drake's didn't touch me and hit me the way Pusha did, because I like Pusha. I've always been a fan of Pusha from the clips.
I think Pusha's dope too.
So, I don't know. I just think Pusha went hard. Drake, I think Drake really went at him, and I really think Drake's delivery was funky. I thought it was dope.
Ken with the old
I think Drake went in, like literally. I really think
he killed him.
I rate Drake. I think Drake really fucking killed it. But at the same time, I'm on Team Pusha right now. And until Drake can come back and say something different, I'm on Team Pusha.
Do you think Drake should respond at this point?
I think they should keep this shit going.
I think that the fans want it to keep going.
I do.
Obviously, we want to be entertained.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't think Drake needs to respond. The only response he needs to do is give an explanation for the blackface.
Yeah.
Him tucking a kid, being a deadbeat father, I need more context.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? I need to know more, just like the blackface shit. I think we need an explanation for those two things, but musically, NASA.
No, you don't want it.
NASA. Drake bodied him. It's over.
No, I mean, what's Aki on Saltfish? We'll decide on that later, Bridget.
Yo, let's bring the show to an end, though.
Pusha T. Daytona, if you haven't heard the Daytona album, I know he doesn't co-sign it because of Kanye.
Yep.
But the album was dope. Not a classic, but I give it 3.5 out of 5.
Wow, that's low. Well, in comparison to what everybody else is saying.
Well, that's okay. It's because it's not a classic for me. I like the album. Sometimes oversaturation of Kanye beats can get a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I can only listen when you know it's a Kanye album, you know it's a Kanye album.
Right.
So like the Blueprint album, and you had the B album by
I'm gonna have to take your word for it.
But 3.5, 4 out of 5. I'll swing in between those, but I'm not gonna give it a 5. It's not a classic. It's not a classic, but it was a dope album.
When the Kanye West album drops, you could tell me a little bit more about that too. But
and the Nas album too.
You can tell me about that. You can tell me about all
Kanye
of those
West
things.
is producing a Nas album, which should be dope too. I'm hoping. We'll see. I'll let you guys know because he won't listen to it.
Not at all. Fuck Kanye West. Yo, again, thank you guys for tuning into another episode of The Chop Up. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. The Ignorance is Free with a Z. And on Twitter at I'm Chris Green.
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Mike Devine Music with a K. The Chop Up. It's been fun.
Bum, bum, bum. Shout out to Mike Boogie. Make sure y'all go get that app, MaximumFM.ca. Oh, and by the way, we did do an interview with Try Shy. I was going to tell you off camera. But we're going to release that interview next week. So
shout out to Try Shy.
Make sure you guys go check that out next week. It's going to come out next week. Shout out to Try Shy.
Yes,
Try
sir.
Shy. Try Shy, motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right, yo, Super Nigga Black Powers. We out.